Hello everyone, let us discuss Unit 5.1 from Methodology of Teaching Science, that is the Constructivist Science Teacher. Here we'll be discussing the role of a Constructivist Science Teacher. Let us first see what exactly is Constructivism. Constructivism is a theory of how the learner constructs knowledge from experience which is unique to each individual. Constructivism is relatively a new paradigm which is based on the assumptions that knowledge is subjective, contextual, and inherently partial. Constructivism represents a paradigm shift from behaviorism to cognitive theory. And all of this we have seen in the previous topics wherein we discussed about what constructivism is, its principles, and the theory. Moving ahead, there is a paradigm shift in the traditional role of a teacher as well as students in constructivist science classroom. The teaching methods used in traditional classroom is based on objectivist view of knowledge, which is grounded on the assumption that knowledge is objective, universal, and complete, and can be transferred from head of the teacher to the head of the student. While in constructivist classroom, role of the teacher shifts from transmitter of knowledge to facilitator of knowledge construction, and role of students changes from knowledge gainer to knowledge constructor. So there is a major shift that we can see here when we talk about the difference between traditional and constructivist classroom. Classroom environment is not authoritarian, where supreme power is vested in the teacher, who is considered as an expert of knowledge, and his duty is to pour knowledge into passive students who wait like an empty vessel to be filled. Teacher provides opportunities to the learner to discuss and share their ideas freely to each other, probing down on experiments and other problem-solving activities. National Curriculum Framework 2005 also recommends that curriculum should help learner to become constructor of knowledge and emphasizes the active role of teachers in relation to process of knowledge construction by engaging the learner in the process of learning through well-chosen tasks and questions. In a constructivist classroom, the teacher searches for students' understanding of the concept and then structures opportunities for students to refine or revise these understandings by posing contradictions, presenting new information, asking questions, encouraging research, and or engaging students in inquired design to challenge current concepts. Thus, in a constructivist science classroom, the teacher is not the sage on the stage, but a mentor or guide on the side of students, who not only provide instruction to passive students, but designing learning situations for the active learners of science. There are 10 basic guiding principles of constructivist thinking that educators must keep in mind. Learning is an active process in which the students construct meaning. People learn to learn. Learning involves language. Learning is a social activity. Learning is contextual. The act of constructing meaning is mental. Everyone needs knowledge to learn. Learning is not the passive acceptance of knowledge, it takes work. Motivation is a major aspect of learning, and it takes time to learn. In modern era, science education is the key component of curriculum. The traditional method used for teaching science in contemporary Indian science classroom only transact knowledge from head of the teacher to the head of the student. Here, science is considered only as a body of knowledge and product and is even more important than the process aspect of science. These conventional methods that we just discussed are not efficient to develop true knowledge and understanding of science and prove futile exercises to inculcate problem-solving abilities, critical and reflective thinking among the children, which are 21st century skills. Therefore, there is an urgent need to reform our teaching practices in the light of recommendations of the National Curricular Framework 2005. Thus, constructivism is helpful in learning of science in true sense, that is, not only as a body of knowledge, but also as a process for making sense of the surroundings. So in this model, it emphasizes the shift from teacher to the students, and this model is nothing but the constructivist model, wherein teacher is no longer behaving as a sage on the stage, but has to act as a facilitator of learning. Students are not just a passive gainer of knowledge, but became active learners who themselves construct knowledge through experience, observation, documentation, analysis, and reflection. So this was all about the role of a teacher in a constructivist classroom. If you have any queries related to this particular topic, please feel free to type it in the chat box. Further explanation about personal beliefs about teaching and learning and its impact on teaching and learning in the classroom will be discussed in the next video. Thank you.